The Caves and Cliffs update could ruin your old Minecraft worlds and make them unplayable. In this video, I'm going to explain why. With the Caves and Cliffs update, there's the highs and the lows, literally. The Cave update is going to add a bunch of new blocks to the underground areas and structures, mobs, ores, and more, as well as the mountains. However, both the high part of the update, being the mountains, and the low part being the new cave generation and new cave features, have issues, and they could make your old worlds unplayable. First of all, the cave update is going to be extending the height limit both up and down, and this is already in the snapshots and the betas for the updates. However, this is not necessarily a good thing, because the old world used to end at y equals 0, and then y equals 5 was where Bedrock started, so you couldn't use the last 5 layers barely at all, or not all of them anyway. However, with the extended height limit, the world is going to end at y minus 64, and then Bedrock will start around y minus 60. Whilst this might sound like a good thing, because there's going to be a lot more space to work with the cave update, to add new features, add the deep dark, deep slate, and the warden, this isn't necessarily a good thing for old worlds, because what if you already had a world in Minecraft, it was already generated, and then Bedrock would still be where it used to be on your old worlds. And this means that there will either be a huge Bedrock block in your worlds for any chunk borders that will all be really messy underground, because there'll just be Bedrock going down in the new areas for your existing chunks, and there won't be any Bedrock for your old chunks. But if they were to just get rid of the Bedrock and generate a complete new chunk and blend chunks together, including existing worlds, then this could also lead to a huge issue as well, because anyone that has bases of Bedrock could get completely ruined, and where your base used to be could be a new cave. There's no real way for them to be able to make this player friendly and to be able to change the Minecraft cave generation for old worlds. Whatever they decide to do, it is going to be a huge problem with blending from old chunks to new chunks. Whether they get rid of the Bedrock, or whether they just keep the Bedrock there and have a Bedrock wall and a Bedrock area for old worlds and make the old world chunks not playable for the cave update. For previous updates, it's been an easy solution, because the old chunks could just stay old and the new biomes could just be in the new chunks. But because the cave update works on the y-axis as well, it's unclear how they're going to do this, and this is likely why you can't currently play old worlds in Minecraft snapshots, and why I'm not even too sure if you're going to be able to play old worlds at all on the Minecraft Java Edition cave update or the Bedrock Edition cave update when either of these release. Let me know in the comment section down below, how do you think they can handle this issue? What would be the best way for Minecraft and for players to be able to explore the new caves in old worlds? Would the Bedrock wall and the Bedrock box be the best and most efficient way, or would it be a good idea for them to get rid of any of the existing layers near Bedrock and below Bedrock, and then try and make a blended cave generation for old chunks as well? As well as the cave section of the update, the other section is the mountains. This isn't as big of an issue, however the mountain generation will likely lead to some issues with different chunk blending, as the mountains might just be a complete gap in the wall or a huge chunk error in your Minecraft worlds. This is likely more easy to address, as it has been an issue for other features as well, but because the mountains are so high, it might just lead to a little bit of weird generation. But hopefully this isn't going to be a huge issue. I feel like the cave issue and the underground portion is going to be a lot more complicated and a lot more of an issue with the cave update, but hopefully it will be figured out. With this being said, it's going to be quite interesting to know how Minecraft are going to tackle the caves, and I'm not even sure if they've done themselves yet, because you currently can't play your old worlds in snapshots, and even if you are able to play old worlds in the full update or in snapshots, which I'm sure they will do, because they won't want to leave players behind, unless they do make everybody start a brand new world, then it is going to be messy terrain for both the above ground and below ground borders for chunks, and the generation is just going to be very weird in the cave update, and likely ruin your worlds or make it unplayable. So I would recommend, before updating to the update or to any snapshots, make sure you back up your Minecraft worlds just in case something bad happens. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.